Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture just to see how those incidents may or may not affect our daily lives. Listen. You see it going across the screen. We are about to do a review of Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom. Let's do a little housekeeping. Please hit that like button. And if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Once you hit that subscribe button, you'll be open to a plethora of videos of movies, television series that I have reviewed, and also incidents in pop culture, which I will take a theme from pop culture and go over it with you all. What we seem to be doing here on this channel now is celebrity legal news. Anything that a celebrity gets involved in legally, we will review that. We can't review them all, but we will review the ones that are popping on the social medias. All right, here we are. Let's get into this. I want to talk about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That is what I'm going to talk. So for my sisters and brothers that are waiting for my The Color Purple uh movie review, let me just tell you this weekend The Color Purple was sold out. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get into The Color Purple until this week. And it's going to be, and it may be even toward the probably Wednesday, Thursday-ish, simply because I've got to make sure that I can get in there because from in where I live at, the color purple is sold out until you tomorrow is sold out even tomorrow. Anyway, let's get into this Aquaman. Let me read you the plot, and I'm reading this from IMDb. It says here, having failed to defeat Aquaman the first time, Black Manta, still driven by the need to avenge his father's death, will stop at nothing to take Aquaman down once and for all. This time, Black Manta is more formidable than ever, wielding the power of the mythic Black Trident, which unleashes an ancient and malevolent force. To defeat him, Aquaman will turn to his imprisoned brother Orm, the former king of Atlantis, to forge an unlikely alliance. Together, they must set aside their differences in order to protect their kingdom and save Aquaman's family and the world from irreversible destruction. Okay, that's the plot. And so in that plot, there's just several scenes, two brothers that didn't grow up together have different ideas coming together for a common good, all of these little things. So let's talk about the plot and let's talk about that. Basically, what happened, uh, you see Arthur, who is Aquaman, who is now the king of Atlantis. He's enjoying his family, he's enjoying his son more than ever. His father is there, his mom is there, his wife is there. He's enjoying his family, but he is not enjoying the throne. So he's not enjoying the throne. He doesn't like the politics of it. He wants to combine the land and the sea. The council that is still, to me, on the side of Orm. They don't want that. They want everything to be separated and stay separated. The land dwellers are there. The ocean dwellers are here. And if anything, they want to go and overtake the land dwellers. They're not really interested in some kind of treaty. So you see Black Manta, he is going around, he's looking for something. And one of the things he's looking for is ways to he needs Atlantan tech because he can no longer go down to Atlanta and ask them to fix his Black Manta suit. So he is looking for the tech to be able to fix that. So he is on this worldwide underwater quest to find the technology to do that. He stumbles upon this technology, but what he doesn't know and understand is that this is the lost kingdom, and these people and this kingdom was frozen in Antarctica for a reason. He doesn't understand that. He is so blinded with the revenge of his father's death. He is going to do whatever he needs to do to get that tech to fix that suit so he can avenge his father's death. So they stumble upon this lost kingdom. He encounters the Black Trident. The Black Trident seems to be cursed with the spirit of The Lost King, who we find out is Arthur and Orm's ancestors' brother, that they sealed away centuries ago, to the point where the people now living in Atlantis don't know anything about that seventh kingdom. They only know about the six kingdoms. They don't know anything about that seventh kingdom, but they realize now if they unleash it, there's going to be havoc to be had. So it is just a big quest to keep uh, Black Manta from unleashing havoc. So they don't realize at the beginning that Black Manta has found the lost city. What they do realize is that he has found an old fuel source, and this particular fuel source, or I don't can't pronounce it. I'm not going to even try, but it's an old ancient fuel source that the Atlanteans used to use to power their machines. And they realized that this particular fuel source was causing havoc not only in the water, but it was causing havoc on land. It was causing everything to heat up quicker. So, but you see that Black Manta is using this because, again, I told you that that Black Trident is cursed. The cursed spirit in that Black Trident is telling uh, Black Manta, you need to burn this material so that whatever it is you need, the power that you want to be able to avenge your father's death, you're going to get. So that's what he's doing. And he is becoming a very dark character. And apparently he is a scientist as well. And he is a scientist that he is he's heavily funded because he's not funded by like an organization. It's just him. And I'm just making the big assumption that when he partnered with Orm allowed for him to access to plunder the shipwrecks and things of the world, and maybe that's where he's made a bulk of his money. I don't know, but he has a lot of resources, and he the 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 king who is cursed, who is in the Black Trident, who's cursing Black Manta, is doing everything he can. He's giving him the tech. He's telling him how to use the tech. It's all kinds of stuff going on. Meanwhile, Arthur is, like I said, he really doesn't uh want to be king. He thought he did, but he realizes that being king is not just standing up there making decisions and everything like that. It's a lot of politicking going on, and he don't want to be part of that politicking. So he spends a lot of his time on land with his son, and they made a big effort to show us that he is a father. He loves his child. Now they didn't show his wife that much, which was odd to me because it was like she was in Atlanta doing her own thing, but her son was on land, and she wasn't really around her son. Now, it was different with Arthur and his mother because the king at that time, you know, didn't claim Arthur, didn't want Arthur. He didn't want anything to do with Arthur, the king that was there at that time. Even though the bloodline transferred from Arthur and Orm's mom, the king at that time was doing everything that he could to keep uh, Arthur's mom away from him. So that's one thing. There was an active thing, but there was nothing active about why Mira is not up there with her baby, or why that baby is not in Atlantis. I don't understand that. Particularly when that baby is what, three-fourths Atlantean. He should be down in that water somewhere doing what he needs to do. He doesn't need to be on land. But again, I know that that's probably having to do with Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp trial, and them making sure that her role is not as seen as much, but she's still there. But my thing is, if she's gonna be there, let her be there because you already got her there. I mean, if you were gonna do anything, just uh, take her out or whatever, because it didn't make any sense to me that that was such a very small baby and she was not as active participant. The grandfather was more active participant in the baby's life. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but that's also part of uh, a plot in there, a theme in there. So uh, we start to see that Black Manta in his quest to bring down Arthur is starting to now interchange. He is stealing this old fuel source. which to me was like the Atlanteans were very lackadaisical about it. I mean, how do you not know that he has stolen this fuel force from so many different stockpiles? You know that that's a fuel source that you all don't use, and you want to get rid of it. But how do you all not know that he has stolen? Because by the time he steals the one near Atlantis, he's already hit 10 or 12 different depots, and they don't know that he's hit 12 different depots. But they have all of this tech. So I guess maybe because it was old tech, or maybe they didn't know it was there. I don't know, but they knew that their stockpile was there. No one was taking care of the other 12 around the world. Child, a mess. So it goes on, and like I said, I'm just spoiler-ish. I don't want to spoil everything, but then there's a big fight. It culminates, with the Black Mantis and Arthur and Orm. Arthur goes get Orm out of prison. It's a whole big old thing and a whole big old quest. I did enjoy that. I did enjoy all of that. I enjoyed watching them go through different places, underwater, above water. I enjoyed that. I really did enjoy that. The plot was okay. It gave me Wakanda. It gave me Black Panther towards the end, with them joining the UN and stuff like that. So the plot was okay. It was what it said it was. I was okay with that. Let me tell you what I wasn't okay with. Y'all, I watched this whole movie. Uh, the acting was decent. Uh, Jason Momoa is Jason Momoa, and everybody was acting around him. He was decent. He was trying to throw in some jokes that, didn't land, a little corny, but, that was the script. That's how it was. So there was no big gotcha moment. I thought Yahya Abdul Mateen did a good job with Mantis. I thought he did a really good job. Um, Direction and everything like that, as far as keeping with the plot, decent. Now remember, I am a layperson watching all of this, and I'm just telling you what my opinions are. The thing, I like the music in the show. I did like the music. Uh, it just made me bob. But the thing that I didn't like, um, I didn't like how dark it was. Let me so this is just the poster. I always have these little slideshows, and it's just stuff coming from there. I didn't like the suit on him. I wish the suit was here's the thing. The lighting was so dark that they had this suit, and I guess maybe that's why it was so bright, because when you look at it juxtaposed on this poster, everything looks bright and it looks kind of cheesy. But when you look in the movie, everything was so dark. Now, was it so dark because it was underwater? But I understand that. But I also understand luminescence, and they could have brightened it up with all these little different colors, and they didn't. The whole show was dark. Even when they were on Earth, everything was real dark in the movie theater. See how dark that is? Everything was dark like that, and I didn't like that because you couldn't really see what was going on. And maybe they were trying to hide the, I don't know, y'all. Were they trying to hide the cheesy special effects and all that other stuff? The hair bothered me because the hair, uh, you see how the hair, if you look behind me over this way, if you look behind me, you see how the hair is flowing. And I know it's supposed to be flowing with the ebb and flow of the water, but it just kind of aggravated me. It just didn't seem like it was flowing right, because I was expecting hair to flow in people's faces and do all kinds of stuff like that, and it didn't do all of that. So I did not like the cinematography. I did not like some of the special effects. Some of it looked a little real cheesy, but it's Aquaman, it's underwater. I gave it a pass. So what is my overall thought about this whole place, this whole thing? Out of 10 stars, I give it a solid 6.5. I don't know if I'd go back and see it again. I would watch it if it came back on TV or something like that, just something to do. But I don't know if I'd go back to the movie theater and watch it. What do y'all think? All right, people. We do this every week. Every week. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos, child. Go see Aquaman. It's a good family thing if you want your kids to go see it and have a good little popcorn time. Like, it's a Christmas time would have been a great time to go see it. But I will tell you, it's really, really dark and it's not as enjoy it's to for me, that's what made it not enjoyable. There's some things that should have been lit up and it wasn't lit up. It's for you to be able to see all the stuff that's going on. But anyway, that's Aquaman, y'all. That's my review. Like I said, it was okay. It's something that you could see. It wasn't anything that it was going to like shout out anything. It's no different than any of the other comic book movie superhero movies that I have seen. It's just average. And if you like the average, if you want something to do enjoyable, go see it. That's it. All right, people. Again, I told you we do this every week. And as always, bye bye.